Hi, my name is Jessica Oler, and this is for SDI 1407. I will be going over how week 3 went for me, covering arrays and creating my own flowchart to go alongside with my story. Problems that I encountered or things that I thought would have been easier. I had a hard time staying organized and focused while creating my story and flowchart. I wanted to make sure that I covered all the requirements within the flowchart and at the same time make my story make sense and make sure it was in a good order. Things that I discovered that were easier than I thought. Arrays were a lot of fun to play around with and to use within this activity. I loved how you can do so many different things and change information throughout your code and not have to go back and rework everything. It was a fun process for me. There's just a lot that you can do with the arrays. How the activity fits in with or builds upon what we've learned in previous activities. This activity helped me build upon a lot. We get to mess around and mix and match all of the different elements of coding we have learned so far. It's fun but challenging at the same time to make sure you get everything completed in order and successfully. It also helps to create more complex stories, which is always fun. How I think the lessons learned will help in the future activities. Using arrays is going to help make our life a lot easier down the road, especially with the concepts to add, remove, and work within a lot of elements within arrays. I believe that all of the information we have started to learn about arrays will be very important for the future. Not having a flowchart this time and being able to build our own was, as I stated earlier, a lot of hard work for me. I didn't stay as focused as I thought I would since I like making charts and stuff, so I had to rework my flowchart a lot and rearrange everything, and it took some time. I think it was more fun to have the freedom of working without the constraints, but at the same time it was nerve-wracking to do this on my own for the first time, but it was good to be pushed out of that comfort zone to go on to the next step. And this was the last story for the month. Did I get to tell an interesting story? I chose to make my story about a family visiting Cedar Point for the day. I lived in Ohio for most of my life and had an amazing time going to Cedar Point with my friends and family, where I would go and ride rides all day. So it was fun to kind of build a story around that. In conclusion, this week was challenging and had me go outside of my comfort zone and also pushed me to succeed.